Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. So today I know I am looking such a hot mess, but there is a reason for that. I have several friends that they would like to dye their hair themselves, but they're a little afraid to. They're afraid they're going to mess everything up and just make this huge mess. But I'm going to show you an easy way to dye your own hair at home. Typically, I don't make a mess when I dye my hair at home. I am actually pretty clean with it. I really don't get a whole lot of color on my clothes or anything like that. I usually don't get it all over my skin, but if I do, I'll show you a couple of tips on how to take care of that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now my hair color, I always go to Sally Beauty Supply to pick my hair color up. I just find that the box color doesn't last as long, so I really like Sally's color a lot better. And I use different colors for the different seasons, and I typically go darker in the winter, which it's kind of fall getting into winter right now, so I'm going to go with a darker color, but this is the L'Oreal Preference Mega Browns in Chocolate. It's a level 4, and it says that it's a base red-violet color. Now, I use the red-violet, the redder tones, the warmer tones, because I have kind of cool skin, and I really like to warm my skin up using a more red base to it. This is also a level 4, which the lower the level, the blacker your hair is. The higher the level, the lighter your hair is going to be. So like a level 4 is just almost right there to a black color. Once you start getting into the level 3s, you start getting a little bit blacker. So I use this, and this stuff is wonderful. It's permanent hair color. I don't use semi-permanent because I went through a phase a while back where I was just changing my hair color, but now I really don't do that much, so I typically stay with what I diet and everything, so I use that. And as far as the developer goes, all this is the color, and this is all you get. You go up there and get the bottle. Another color that I really recommend is the L'Oreal Excellence Cream Browns Extreme, and my favorite color is the Extreme Medium Red Brown, and it comes in a box like this. This is a cream formula. This is more of a liquid, but this is a cream. This is a really pretty, just a really golden brown color. I really like the L'Oreal lines of hair color at Sally's. I've used Ion before, the cream that they have. I've used a couple of the different types of brands of hair color, but I really find that the L'Oreal ones really last a lot longer and they don't fade quite as quickly. So anyway, as far as the developer goes, I use the Salon Care, and I use a gentle lift. I use a 10. Most of the time in your box hair colors, you're going to get a 20 developer. And the same kind of goes with the color. The lower your volume is, all it's going to do is like a 10. This is about the lowest you can get at Sally's. All this is going to do is just help change the color. If you want to go platinum blonde, I would suggest getting a 30 or above. So the higher you go, the lighter you're going to go. The lower you go, the darker you're going to go. So I use this 10, and it really makes my hair color stay dark longer. It doesn't fade as bad or anything like that. Now, I have used a squirt bottle to apply this. I also got this at Sally's. Everything I have here to color my hair I've gotten from Sally's, except for my lovely little hair dye shirt. Woohoo! So anyway, this is just a little squirt bottle. You'll have to cut the little cap off, and I cut it too much and it's got a really big hole in it, so it just kind of flows out. I do like applying with this. But I actually find that I don't use as much color when I use a bowl and a brush like this. So I usually use the bowl and brush technique now. And then you'll also want to get some nice gloves, and I know mine are just disgustingly gross, but they've been through several hair colorings and they're still good, don't have a hole in them, so they're holding on strong. But I definitely need to get some new ones. So anyway, to kind of cut down on this, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to get a shirt that you don't really care much for. I suggest to get just a really old t-shirt, and if you're going to use that to dye your hair, let that be your only shirt that you have for hair color, because it takes some practice to not make a mess. It really does. So until you get to that level where you don't really make a whole lot of drips and mistakes, you'll need a shirt that you really don't care for. And also, of course, I'm always ill prepared. I just use, since my hair is so fine and thin, I just use these little bitty clippies. You're going to need a couple of clips to just kind of clip your hair up and keep it off your neck and your ears and everything. Then you're going to want to read the directions on your bottle. It's a little hard to find on these, but on the Mega Browns, this is the front, you turn it to the side. There's your directions right there for what you do. You mix 2 fluid ounces, which is the whole bottle of this, with 2 ounces of cream developer, which is this. So the great thing about this little bottle is I use this to help just kind of see how much I need to put in there for developer. So you're going to take your bowl, take the cap off the color, pour all of that in. Now, since my hair is a little longer, I'm going to use a little bit more developer than it calls for, because like I said, this developer is not going to lighten. All it does is just, it just helps the color. Well, we'll just try 2 ounces. So that's about 2 ounces in this whole bottle. Just pour all that into the bowl with your color. I've got dogs downstairs going kind of crazy, so that's what all the noise is. Since this bottle probably caught most of that developer, I'm just going to pour a little more in there. Now you mix it up, and you'll have to be really careful with this because it kind of sloshes everywhere. Don't really know how to do this on camera. I feel like I'm on like an infomercial or something. And as you notice, it gets really thick when it starts mixing really well, and it kind of gets that kind of a lightish brown consistency. Okay, so once you're done mixing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this in the camera, if it's going to slosh out. It gets kind of a really goopy consistency to it, and that's what you want. That's when you know that your color has pretty much mixed up very, very well. You can continue to mix, 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 and it will get a little bit more of a watery texture to it. And it will also darken. But that's about the consistency that I want it. So now, since I got all that mixed up and everything, I'm going to go ahead and take my hair down and brush it out. And the key, what I do is, I try to go a full day without washing my hair before I color it, because dirty hair tends to take color better. And you can see my hair is just really greasy and nasty. So you just want to brush it out really, really well. Okay, put your gloves on because you don't want to get this color on your hands because it stays there for a long time. So, got my nasty, dirty gloves on. Okay, now we're ready to go. Alright, so what I do is I start with the top first. I really start with this general area first whenever I'm dyeing my hair. So, I don't know why, but I usually start where my part is, and my hair usually parts over here. And the best thing about this little brush tool is it's got a little pointy end to it, so you can really section your hair off very well with it. Then I'm going to take just a small amount of color, about that much, and just start putting it on. And try to avoid your scalp as much as you can. Now I'm going to go down the sides and everything. So just go probably about that far with it. Section that off. Get a little more color. Start brushing it on. I actually got this hair color tip from Candy Johnson. She is a awesome guru here on YouTube. Ever since I saw her easy at-home hair coloring video, this is how I've been dyeing my hair ever since. It's just so easy, and I really have not noticed myself making a mess like I used to with my other hair color. Ears are, but not like I'm really going to cover them in a minute. Okay, so turn your hair back to the original part. I'm going to start on the other side now. Alright, so you can already tell everything's turning color. So now I'm going to start working on the other sections, and I just got a little dot on my face. And here I am saying I don't really make a mess. But honestly, I really don't. I just must be nervous. Okay, so now you can start kind of clipping your hair up. So you can take this whole section back here. You can part it however you want to and clip it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go just section by section, just covering the hair and everything. So this is going to take a while, so I'm going to show like maybe the first few minutes of it, and then I'm going to kind of just speed it up and stuff to the end because I don't want this video to be super long. You can clip this part up too. So now I've got about this much hair back here. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your finger again to kind of guide where your hair is and just color just going up like in a stack. Okay, so now that you've got all your color on, I like to just massage it all in. Just take all that hair and just massage it in. You get it all covered in your roots and everything, and just all in your hairs. That's just how I like to do it. Then I like to kind of get it up in a little beehivey looking thingy, and then just take a clip and just clip it in place. Now, as you can see, I have a couple of little marks on my head of color getting on there. I know you're probably thinking I'm a liar, that I do make a huge mess, but I really don't normally. Don't know what my problem is today, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to get that off. Now I've got all these marks on my head, and yeah, most people would probably think, oh my god, I'm doomed, I'm never going to be able to go out tonight and everything. So what you do is make sure you put enough so you have a little bit of hair color left. And take a little on your finger, yes, on your finger, and just use that and just scrub it right over the spot to get that right off. You can even do it on your skin where your hair is and everything. And this will get your color off of your face. And then I got a little bit on my cheek. Then after you're done with that, make sure you go wash it off really quickly. So one tip, I'm sitting here processing, and one tip that I really forgot to tell you, and I always forget to do this before I dye my hair, is to put Vaseline all around your face. That's one tip that Candy Johnson gives that is just such an amazing tip, and I always forget to do it when I'm sitting here coloring my hair. And here I am with my fingers in my hair and everything. Fingers are so gonna get dyed, but oh well, it's okay. Just gonna make some minor adjustments and then wipe my face off again. Okay, so anyway, yeah, use Vaseline. You can use the finger guide like I showed you to get it on the back of your neck, and then you can use it to get around your ears and everything. But so anyway, that's a good tip aside from the keeping the color in your bowl. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to sit here and process for a little while, and I will be back with some more tips after I dry my hair and get out of the shower and everything. So catch you in a little while. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the finished product. I really love the color. It's all one uniform color now, and it looks awesome. I really like how it, I don't know, how it contrasts with my eyes. The reds and the everything, how that contrasts with my eyes. I really like it. I did my little blowout just so that it would be nice and straight. And all I do for that, if you want me to post a video on how I straighten my hair without using a hair straightener, I will show you that, but request it if you want to see it. I am going to give you a couple of tips that I've kind of picked up over the years. Whenever you dye your hair, make sure you use a dark colored towel like this, a brown or a black one, anything that is just dark colored, just because your hair is still going to bleed some after the next few washes after you dye it and everything. You don't want to ruin your towels. You may want to do the same with your bed sheets. You know, sleep on a pillow that has a dark pillowcase on it or anything like that, so you don't ruin your bed stuff. Also, use a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. At the moment, I'm not using one. So for the most part, I usually use sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner on my hair because it's better for your hair and it makes your hair color last a lot longer. But right now, I'm using the John Frieda Brilliant Brunette shampoo and conditioner. This is my favorite non-sulfate-free hair care system. Some really good sulfate-free options are at Walmart. If you get the Ever Pure, Ever Sleek, or Ever Strong, they are good. Some of the organics shampoos and conditioners, they're priced just about as much as the John Frieda and the L'Oreal. there's one kind out of that line, and I believe it is the Brazilian one, that is not sulfate free. But all the other ones, they'll have sulfate free on the bottle. Be careful to look for different labels and stuff. Like, I know Pantene came out with a Nature Fusion line of shampoo and conditioner, and I believe that they are not sulfate free. So whenever you're looking on your bottle, the quickest way you can tell is if it says sodium sodium lauryl sulfate, something like that. But if you look at a sulfate free shampoo or conditioner, they'll say sodium lauryl sulfosinate. Don't know, it sounds like it's got sulfate in it to me, but it doesn't. If you're going for blonde, Shimmer Lights are a really good shampoo and conditioner. They're sold at Sally's. And my personal favorite sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner is from Sally's. And it is the brand is called One and Only, and they're argan oil shampoo and conditioner. If you've ever smelled Moroccan oil or argan oil like Sally sells, it's got the most amazing smell. And that's exactly what the shampoo and conditioner smell like. So I really like that. And also, if you get a chance to get your hands on some Moroccan oil, or go to Sally's and get this. This is a pretty pink bottle for breast cancer awareness. It's the One and Only Argan Oil Treatment. It smooths your hair, makes it frizz-free. It makes your hair dry quicker if you apply it before you start drying your hair. It makes your hair super, super shiny, and it really, it mends your split ends. It pretty much does anything. It's like pretty much a miracle in a bottle, and I really suggest using an oil treatment. And I know you're probably thinking, if you have hair like mine, oh God, I'm putting oil in my hair's already oily, really greasy and everything. Is that not going to make my hair just like grease central? Luckily, Moroccan oil does make a line for fine hair and for oily hair, so you don't have to worry about that. My hair is about this long, and I put a dime size amount in my hand, and I start with the back first. Like, I'll rub it in my hands and start with the back, then do underneath at the sides. Then I'll start working it in just really lightly from the bottoms up, and then smooth it through the top and do it, you know, just kind of like that. And then refix it however you want it to. And it makes your house, it makes your hair smell amazing. And it's just a really amazing product. I really, really recommend that you use some type of an oil treatment. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if this is a super long video, but there was a lot of information I really wanted to share with y'all about this. Anyway, I hope you enjoy coloring your hair at home. Don't be so scared about it. It is scary at first, but once you get it down, it's okay. If you have any suggestions for things, you know, different things that you do or anything like that, be sure to leave it in the bottom bar. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!